Imagine a world where ideas are minted into millions, where every garage can give birth to an idea. But what happens when these dreams fall short? When innovation cannot keep pace with execution? So, hi, I'm Shreya, and I welcome you to the curious case of busted startups, a graveyard of ideas that once soared but ultimately crashed. Startups rise with fire in their chest, chasing heights, hoping for the best. But even rockets lose their steam. Not every dreamer gets to keep their dream. We have seen startups vanish like dust in the wind since the early days of digital boom. Let's start with one of the earliest and most iconic fails. MySpace, the OG social network that couldn't adapt. So before Facebook took over the world, it was MySpace. In the mid-2000s, it ruled the digital space, allowing users customizable profiles as well as music sharing. It was more than a platform. It was a hub of identity for millions. But a cluttered interface, security issues, and a lack of innovation led to its decline. Facebook's cleaner design and superior engagement tools sealed its fate. MySpace was the first major warning that no matter how early you arrive, you must keep evolving. Zomato Hyperpure, the freshness that spoiled. Hyperpure was Zomato's big play to transform how restaurants source their ingredients, offering fresh, hygienic, and traceable supplies. It wasn't just a logistics play. For restaurant owners, it meant convenience, reliability, as well as safety. But safety? During a safety health raid in Hyderabad, it was found that Hyperpure had items packaged for a future manufacturing. So no matter how big your brand is, the product has to stand on its own. Hyperpure struggled with operations, inventory, as well as profitability. Warehouses closed, layoffs followed, the promise of freshness turned stale, proving that how much ever big your brand is, even giants can trip if the fundamentals aren't right. Tata Nano, the people's car that missed the mark. Marketed as the world's cheapest car, Tata Nano was a dream project that was to put every Indian family on four wheels. Launched in 2008 at rupees 1 lakh, it was visionary. But branding as a cheap car backfired. Many didn't want to be seen as driving the most affordable car. Status matters. Some people questioned its safety features and reliability, especially in a market where families deeply care about protection and durability. The same marketing that brought crowds drove away aspirations. Tata Nano's downfall highlighted one big truth. You need to know your audience. What you promise and how people perceive you can make or break you. Housing.com, too fast, too furious. Founded by young IIT graduates, it was a storm in the Indian real estate tech space. It redefined how people search for homes, providing maps, verified listings, as well as tech-first thinking. It was eventually merged with PropTiger, but it lost its original charm. And so this tells us that great ideas also need great governance. Kenko Health, InsurTech interrupted. Kenko Health came at a time when India was ready to rethink health finance. Its model of OPD subscriptions and micro insurance was fresh. To people, it was a more convenient and affordable way to access a wide variety of healthcare services, including outpatient consultations, lab tests, as well as hospitalization, all through a convenient cashless process via mobile app. Kenko gained traction, raised capital, and made noise, but underneath was chaos. Compliance issues, especially around regulatory hurdles with the IRDAI, which is the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, and financial missteps. Despite the funding, Kenko couldn't maintain the trust, and in insurance, trust is everything. Kenko ran out of both. Wink Music and Be Real, the sounds and snap that didn't stick. Airtel launched Wink Music to take on global giants like Spotify. It had regional content, free streaming, as well as the built-in telecom user base. But by 2024, it shut it down in favor of Apple Music. Be Real, on the other hand, was a social experiment, a daily nudge to put real, unfiltered photos. It gained rapid hype, but then user fatigue set in. People stopped caring. Like Wink, it showed that novelty fades until real value persists. Snapdeal, the giant that tripped. Snapdeal was seen as one of the strongest contenders to Amazon and FLIPKART, valued at over $6 billion at its peak. It was backed by SoftBank as well as a lot of investor optimism. It had everything going for it, except clarity. Unfocused strategies, rushed acquisitions, and a poor customer experience were its undoing. A merger with FLIPKART also weakened its standing, and today Snapdeal still exists, but it's a shadow of its former self. So some soared, some stalled, and some never found ground. In every fall, though, there is a lesson profound. The hype can lift, but the substance it sustains, and only the grounded can survive the strains. Startups are the pulse of modern innovation, but not every idea makes it to the finish line. In every bust, there's a lesson in timing, perception, execution, or simply misjudged ambition. In the end, it's not just the idea that matters, and it's never just about the funding. Startups that survive and thrive run on a vision that is much deeper than the hype and headlines. When markets shift and momentum fades, it's a clarity of purpose, the resilience of execution, and the vision that outlasts the noise that keeps a startup standing. So hold your ground, build something that means something, because that's what that lasts. So with this, today I want to start a conversation with you. So do leave your comment on why do you think these startups failed and what are the different lessons and learnings that you get out of it. And let's interact, let's engage more.